Welcome, ladies and gents. Thought I'd do a video on Captain America Brave New World. It's getting a lot of artificial hype. There's been a trailer that's just released, which is like, tickets are now on sale. So I thought I'd take a look and just examine it, to be honest. I think this is a movie that Marvel is very worried about. And I say that because in interviews, they've led with, this establishes everything moving forwards, you must watch it. Typically, it's what they do to try and coerce people in with FOMO. But the ticket sale projections for the opening box office weekend is really, really bad, actually. So, yeah, not good. But I thought we would get a bigger picture just by looking at some of the most recent posts and just analysing stuff like that. And just seeing, I guess, what the general response has been. Because if I look online for this movie, there's generally not much hype surrounding it. And I feel like that's sort of endemic with the whole superhero movie space at the moment. I don't think it's unique just to Marvel. It does appear to be... there tends to be like a lot of apathy with movies in general, basically. It's not even just superhero movies. I think people have had enough of every movie wanting to be a big blockbuster, as opposed to what we used to have, which was plenty of movies which were like, I don't know, 10, 12 movies out of one studio a year, and not all of them were major films, were they? And some of them were shit and they didn't land, but some were hidden gems and they took risks. Anyway, that's the purpose of today's video. Hit subscribe if you're new here. And indeed, hit subscribe if you are one of those returning viewers that is not yet subscribed. I've got to ask, because it is the difference between gaining a substantial amount of subscribers or gaining none, basically. And that really does help a channel out. YouTube will view a channel in a much more positive light algorithmically when a channel begins to grow or has a steady growth set rather than just stagnation. So hit subscribe, because I can see you guys, you keep coming back, and you're still here. I can see from the analytics. So it would be good if you could. But let's take a look at this. So this was released, this is just an article that covers a lot of this stuff, right? So there's a whole host of like posters that they revealed, and we will look at this trailer as well, because they dropped this trailer. We're going to look at the general response to this trailer over on YouTube. But all these posters were interesting, right? And they take us over to Marvel Studios here over on Twitter. So if we just go back to Marvel Studios proper over on Twitter, I just want to highlight how many followers they have. I mean, 14 million is a lot. Let's just refresh that, just so we've got up-to-date data. 14 million. This is the trailer that they revealed. We'll take a look at the response to that in a minute. This was an hour ago. And yeah, admittedly, Americans are just waking up, kind of around now. Like, I understand that. I understand the time zone difference. But you can see, I guess, just from the general response. I mean, 14 million followers on Twitter. And there's only 60 comments in an hour. That is bad. That's quite bad when it comes to something. Well, if you're looking at ratios, that's not a good. It's not a good ratio, is it? An hour, 14 million followers, 187,000 views, 188,000 views, 2.9 thousand likes. You'd think it would be higher. And again, I think that that's just the apathy that is setting in. People are switching off from this stuff. And we'll look at the response just generally. Nobody wants this woke shit. I really need this to be good. I'm glad they're getting back to a more grounded stories and potentially leaning back into the thriller intrigue from Winter Soldier and Civil War. But mostly happy to not have another multiverse story. Just got my tickets. Looks great. Can't wait to watch. Captain Falcon. Let's go. We didn't need this movie. We should have gotten Doctor Strange 3, Shang-Chi 2, Moon Knight Season 2, or Thor 5 instead. This is hilarious. Is Cap actually in this film? All I see is Sam just cosplaying. Unless he got the super serum, then I take that back, what I said. I just don't want Cap to be weaker than the white version just because he's black. I want strong black characters, but the racists will argue otherwise. No one is buying. When in the UK, buying 5 tickets. We want Magic and Wanda. Not this. So you can see it's not good. There is some positive stuff, obviously. There's a lot of stuff which is not good. Someone's showing that they did actually buy tickets, so there you go. Wow, I wonder how many people will go see this. Yeah, not great. Disney has been known to employ a bot army on Twitter, by the way. Just important to note that they absolutely have had a bot army on Twitter. This has been well documented. And yeah, promoting films, various bots in replies and things. It's quite crazy, to be honest. So again, you can see, yeah, some positive, not a lot, but yeah, definitely some positive stuff there. And then it's this stuff which is, again, quite shocking. It's just the general response and feedback that we get from this kind of thing. You know, an hour ago, you can see this poster. And again, that ratio, you know, 6.1 thousand likes. That's quite good. But 136,000 views. Yeah. 98 comments. It's not great. It's not great. Sorry, but you're saying Captain without serum is going to win. Yeah, right. In a one-on-one fight, we know who loses. Should have been given them serum. Who's even approving these posters? Yeah, it is a pretty weak poster, to be honest. Yeah. Almost looks like sketched in with pastels, you know? Like a bit washed out. Anyway. The CGI for Red Hulk looks so bad. Yeah, I don't know, man. Doesn't look like Captain Falcon here stands much of a chance, even with serum or even if it was Rogers. Thrift Store Hulk and Poser Falcon. Again, some positive, but you can see that the overwhelming stuff is kind of negative. In terms of like how many comments, you know, like how many likes and how many views and comments back and stuff. Not a lot. It's just not a lot of people are super happy with it. Understandably, I think. Hey, Marvel Studios, is this a bait and switch that teases an epic movie featuring the Hulk, who only really has 5 minutes of screen time? Yeah, the Hulk is said to have not a lot of screen time, by the way. The Red Hulk, just as an FYI. So, yeah, not great. Just generally not great. But let's have a look at this trailer over on YouTube 1 second. So, here it is over on YouTube. Better like to dislike ratio than, you know, kind of over on Twitter and things. But the main thing that I'm looking at here is just the general lack of interest. You know, the people that are looking at it appear to be interested, right? At least here. But in an hour, 129,000 views for a channel with 21.1 million subscribers. It's not brilliant, is it? But, yeah, I don't know. Just looking through some of the comments. A lot of people seem to be liking it. But however many of these are bots, we don't know. There will undoubtedly be some people that are game for it. Of course, 100%. But, yeah. Oh, this is quite comical. It's so funny when they always use rap music over a black superhero trailer. It's hilarious. Yeah, it's a bit racist, to be honest. Hey, this person's black. They like rap music, don't they? Here you go. It's like, okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There you go. I mean, there's not really much there, to be honest. It's just what the F is wrong with the CGI. And the budget for this has been astronomically high. Astronomically high. Like, because so many reshoots. It's rumoured to have like a $300 million budget, which is just staggering and insane. I don't know if we're ever going to get the complete breakdown of that, because they filmed a lot of this in the US and Canada, which means that we won't get the official breakdown like we do if they film anything in the UK. But there you go. The box office predictions were not good anyway. This response generally is not that good. Doesn't look particularly great. You know, and again, it's that there's just not a lot of interest by the looks of it. Again, those that are looking at it, potentially interested. But those that aren't, well, they aren't, are they? They're checked out completely. And you can see the disinterest there. It'll be interesting to see, I guess, and compare it, you know, I don't know, a few hours from now and just have a look. But I doubt it's going to get much better. So there you go. I think this is a disaster waiting to happen, personally. Are you one of those people that has complete apathy now with, one, the movie industry and the movies that they're offering, or two, very specifically superhero movies? Which is it? Let me know down below. I'd genuinely be curious to hear your thoughts. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like I said at the start, hit subscribe. That would be fantastic. Cheers, take care. Bye-bye now.